Oh, nearly sipped without you. Oh, I can't do that. Hey everyone, good morning, Stackers! This is the Good Morning Stackers show. You are watching live. Jump on, please like, share, and subscribe straight away. So it's really important. We're doing this on YouTube only today, not on Facebook as well, trying to gather you all into the one place first, gather a bit of a community on one platform. I thought I'd do that first. So jump over to YouTube. Please like it. Please subscribe, of course. But the most important thing is that you share this around. So please do that immediately while still watching at the same time. In the next 30 seconds, we're going to do the synchronized slurp. That's where you grab a tasty beverage and we slurp it together. And literally, you do an audible slurp. That's what it is. You might be at home by yourself. No one else is around. It doesn't matter. It's an honor system. So we'll do that in about 30 seconds. This is Good Morning Stackers, your 15 to 20 minute live morning show where we go quickly through the price of the metals, what's happened overnight. We're in Australia here. I'm from Melbourne in Australia. My name is Joe. And we go through a quick price analysis. We take a look at a couple of quick bits of news overnight in the metals, and what happens from there remains to be seen. We might do some question and answers, some live chat, some interactive stuff. Pop a comment below, say good day, let me know that you can see me, that you can hear me, let me know everything's fine, and I'll pop your comment up on YouTube, and you can see that, and you can interact with everyone. I also have a special coin of the day as well, and yes, I am in my dressing gown. Yes, it is the morning, and I have bed hair too. So that's what the Good Morning Stackers show is all about. So make sure you pop a comment below. Here we go in the next 30 seconds. Well, I've done that 30 seconds. Desi's in. Yes, we can. Of course we can. All right, so Desi just said, Desi got the message. So Desi said, can we talk about silver, please? Of course, when I load up on it, of course, when I load up on it, the price crashes. Yep. Of course. So where it's like, I think more and more that we live in a simulation where, Murphy's Law is going to happen. Anyway, quick. So Desi and I, we can do the synchronous slurp together. Are you ready, Desi? Here we go. Synchronous slurp in 3, 2. Can you hear me? Am I coming through all right? Just let me know. I'm going to go right now to the price of silver. Let's do silver first because Desi has asked for it. Also, Desi, if you get a chance, if you get a chance to share this anywhere, can you do that if you think you have the time, etc.? That'd be fantastic because we want to spread the word. So let's go straight to, I was going to do gold, but we'll do silver because Desi has popped in. So let's take a look right here. So this is gold, but let's do silver because Desi has asked for it. Okay, so yesterday I was talking about the silver price, and we were up around about here. We'd opened the week, so this is the weekly time frame. Use the tradingview.com website, priced in US dollars. We might stick with US dollars for today, and $27.20 US cents roughly, and we're up around about here at about $28.60, $28.70. We'd opened for the week red. I was talking how we'd had a number of weeks up, and this looked a little toppy, so I even posted that on a Facebook group somewhere. I said silver and gold looking a little short-term toppy. Doesn't mean the crash is happening or anything like that, but I thought a few days of red might be coming, meaning some down days, and we've certainly seen that. That's pretty obvious to anyone who's kind of follows charting and things like that. It was getting pretty obvious. I was talking about this curve as well, where we're sort of losing momentum. We're also up here in the relative strength index a little bit in the sort of toppy area. We'd gone into extremely overbought and we looked like we were heading down. So I was suggesting that a few down days was coming. We did see that, and my line in the sand for me that we need to hold is this downtrend line right here. So this is, let me go back to the weekly time frame. You can see we broke out of this symmetrical triangle pattern. We had the breakout. After a breakout, doesn't always happen, but after a breakout, a lot of the times you get a retest of the area that you broke out from. So if we came down to this area here, and I'm talking under 26, that infamous $26 level, if we spiked very quickly below 26 and then bounced off it, that's what I need to see. then I'd say that's actually a healthy correction. So we've had that breakout, and then we have that full retest, and then I'd be saying, geez, we're on our way, quite potentially. What I would just need to see is silver in US dollars holding this downtrend line, and holding preferably 26 US dollars on the monthly time frame. So if we close above 26, I'd be more confident. But the absolute, if we bounce here, and I'll show you right here very quickly, again, just go through all the metals. If we bounce here at $26.90, 27 US dollars, that's a previous high right here back in February of 2022, then if we bounce from there and start to move up and we hold 27, then we're just still on our way onwards and upwards. We might not see that retest of this area. So that's what I'm seeing. So definitely look for that $27 hopeful retest, but definitely here, this 26, this bottom of this line right here. So that is silver on the daily time frame. That's the weekly, sorry, and that's the daily. Big move in the last day, last 24 hours. So that's just what I want to see right there. I want to see that hold that area and preferably hold that 27. So that is silver. Let's see, do we have any comments? Desi, oh, well, Desi, keen on gold too. Of course, aren't we all? So I'm keen on gold as well. So let's take a quick look at gold as well. So let's pop into gold here. Same thing, because silver's had a down day, gold had a down day too. Usually silver follows gold, so gold is down as well from that sort of 2380, 2390 area. We have moved out of this purple box area right here. Let me undo that. Purple box area right here. Yeah, am I coming through? Yeah, great, fantastic. So we're out of that purple range now between 2350 and 2470. So we've broken down there. So I would expect, personally, I expect a test of around about, give or take, the 2,250 US dollar area, and that just depends on what the Australian dollar is doing at the same time against the US dollar. We'll take a quick look at the Australian to US dollar rate as well. I always like to quickly stay up to date on that. But if we're taking a look here on the weekly time frame, you can see on the weekly time frame where we have already been into overbought territory on the weekly time frame on the relative strength index, the RSI. And so this is a pretty, look, it's a pretty healthy move. I mean, we've had, here's your all-time high, your previous all-time high in 2011, then the $2,080 level. That was a 1, 2, 3 times, and then we broke through. So look, a week of down, 1 week or 2 weeks of down, that's not going to signal any kind of massive top or anything like that for me. But yeah, preferably I want to hold this 2,250 US dollar line. Why that line? That was a key Fibonacci level from I think from memory, I think it was from this high and this low. I won't put in those just yet, but it was a key Fibonacci. So that's why I thought 2250 might be a significant level of resistance, but maybe now, because it's smashed through it, maybe it's hopefully going to act as support. So that is gold, and I will do platinum as well. Poor platinum. Can we have a synchronized slurp for poor platinum? Here we go in 3, 2. Poor platinum. It just really needs to get over this long-term downtrend line from February of 2008 all the way back here. I've gone over this in many videos before. If you're watching me for the first time, my name's Joe Main. I've been in the bullion industry in Australia for 10 plus years. You've seen my face, you've heard my voice, definitely. You've seen all my videos on a lot of other bullion YouTube channels. And the biggest videos in Australia to do with bullion are the ones that I created. So if you've been in the bullion industry, if you've been a stacker in Australia for the last 10 years, particularly in the last 5 or 6 years, and you've been watching YouTube videos from bullion dealers, that's going to be me. So the fake versus real Perth Mint bars, that's had almost 1 million views, like 800,000, 900,000 views. That's me. And all those 100,000 plus view epic unboxings and all that, that's my content that I did for other bullion dealers. But anyway, platinum right here. It just needs to stay above it needs to stay above this downtrend line right here. So we're back into 916 US dollars. We're back below here. So I've got nothing more to say really about platinum. It just needs to break above and hold above, preferably this line right here, and preferably here, this Fibonacci level at 1,115 US dollars. That's going to be the big final hurdle for me. So actually what I'll do, thank you for reminding me, Desi, not that you did, but that's okay. I'm going to put in final hurdle right here, 1115, let's call it. So put that in right there. That's the final hurdle for me, in which we need to break above and hold above, at least on a monthly time frame, maybe preferably for 2 months, in order for me to say, oh, platinum's in bull market territory, and away we go. So, but we are not there yet. So that is the precious metals update. Let's see if we have any other further comments. I've got to do this thing and this thing. The light's not too bad today either. So let's go to some news. We'll go back here and let's share some gold and silver news. So very quickly, what I noticed this morning was this one right here. This is one on etc. Gold. So gold reserves have gained approximately 460 billion euros in value in 2024. Very quickly, and we'll do some quick silver news as well. The gold rally has thus far led to a significant increase in the value of global gold reserves this year. So central banks are buying more gold. Gee, I wonder why. The nearly 36,000 tons of gold stored in the vaults of central banks have gained around 460 billion euro in value due to the more than 18% increase in the price in the precious metals in the last year or so, or few months. In recent years, gold purchases by central banks have repeatedly reached new record highs. Gold reserves have been continuously expanded over the past 14 years. So in doing so, central banks intend, well, it's interesting, this is the theory, I guess, in doing so, central banks intend to hedge against US dollar currency fluctuations, true, and strive for independence from the US global currency. So in general, why do people buy gold? People buy gold because they're fleeing to safety. It is a safe haven asset. So individuals do it. We all believe that if it's a good idea to hold, let me go back here, it's a good idea to hold at least a tiny bit of your wealth in gold and silver. People flock to gold first, and silver's kind of like the everyman metal, if that makes sense. In history, they say that gold is for the rich and silver is for the masses, if that makes sense. But people flock towards gold. And when you see central banks, governments buying gold, that's a pretty big canary in the coal mine, or at least they believe that something, they need to hedge their bets. So they need to save for the rainy day. They need to prepare for large economic downturns, things like that. So there's a lot of talk about the US dollar and what it's doing over the last number of years, and it looks like governments are slowly preparing for that. So if central banks are buying more and more gold over the years, and they're still buying in record amounts, what does that mean you should do? Maybe just consider it to be an insurance policy. You don't put all your wealth into gold or silver or anything like that, but 10%, 20%, not financial advice, but it's like an extra insurance policy. For me personally, I have car insurance, I wear my seatbelt when I drive, I have life insurance, I have different forms of insurance, and buying gold and silver in particular, it's like just that little bit of extra insurance. And the one rule, and this is the Goldstackers rule, is don't store it in your own house. That's number one. So you find a third-party storage, or you find other creative ways to do it. But just for safety, just don't store it in your own house, except if you have little bits of collection stuff. So I'm going to show you a collector's coin in just a second, this right here. But let's quickly go to back to some silver news. Now, Desi is asking, can I ask if you're stacking gold and silver at these levels? Good question. And which one is more attractive to you right now, for you now? I've done a lot of my stacking previously. I haven't been buying at these levels. Not that I wouldn't, it's just that I've been doing other stuff with the extra, spare cash that I've got. So no, I haven't been, but doesn't mean I wouldn't. You know, if there was a big dip or anything like that, or had an extra spare bit of dry powder, then yeah, I certainly would, because I do see it rising, not financial advice, I do see it rising over time, and then that would just be averaging my cost in, so it's not like I'd be buying the peak or anything like that. So I haven't, but doesn't mean I wouldn't. Hope that answers the question for you. Desi, let's quickly go back to the quick bit of silver news as well. And right here, this was about good old solar panels. Silver Solar's demand tops forecast. So this is the important bit of news. We know that there's a lot of demand for silver for solar panels. There's a lot of demand for solar panels, of course. You know, governments, etc., are pushing for more of a green energy thing, but it has topped the demand. So it's topped the forecast, surging 64% last year. So this is a bit of news out of Tokyo. Demand for silver from the solar panel sector jumped 64% last year, rising more sharply than previously estimated. So that's the interesting bit of news this morning, according to the latest industry data, with the dynamic expected to help underpin prices for the precious metal. So overall global demand for silver shrank 7% last year, the first contraction since the onset of that thing that happened in 2020. I usually just don't say the word. So demand for silver as jewelry, fell 13%. Interesting. And by 28% as a physical investment. That's interesting. That could be because the price had been going up, quite possibly. You never know. What the reason for the 28% decline in physical investment demand, I don't know, but post a comment below, let me know what you think. But demand for silver as a material for making solar panels has boomed. Silver paste is a key component in photovoltaic vaults. Such demand rose 64% last year to a record 193 million troy ounces, roughly 20%. And that's the kicker, 20% above the initial estimate. So basically they're saying silver demand for physical bullion has gone down. Why you think that is, post a comment below. But what's offset that and probably even increased that is the demand in the industrial sector, particularly for the green energy sector, the solar panel demand. So that is an interesting piece of news today. That is your gold and silver news. We've done the gold and silver price news as well. And let's take a quick look. Before we leave, I'm going to leave in a few minutes. Again, this is your 15-20 minute program. I'm going to show you a very cool coin. Now, I've done this on a live show previously on another bullion dealers thing, but if you didn't see that one, I'm going to show it to you right now. And Desi, I think you're the man. You're the man to see it. So what I did today, just out of interest, I only made this live stream on, if I didn't mention it before, I only made this live stream on YouTube today. I did it on Facebook as well, but I'm trying to gather everyone in. So this is, I would say this is my favorite coin of my entire collection. I have, of course, you just have your regular investment grade stuff, but every now and then you buy the stuff that looks pretty too. So right here, this is, and I'll see how close I can get. This camera is awesome, by the way. It's much better than one I'd had previous. This is the Silver Bullet Silver Shield. Now, a lot of people know Silver Bullet Silver Shield, of course, coming from Chris Dwayne. If you remember him from back in the day, he's still around, still doing his thing, still producing silver coins and beautiful artistic silver coins. This coin, this was from 2013, 2014. Something like that. Yeah, I'm going to say, it's around about maybe even 2015, something like that. This is when I was working at my first bullion dealer. This was Goldstackers. I worked there between 2013 to 2016. And I actually, interestingly, I personally introduced the owners of Goldstackers to Chris Dwayne because I was part of his Silver Shield group. I'd spoken to him a couple of times personally and then, as part of the group. And so I introduced them to Chris Dwayne. So Goldstackers started bringing in the Silver Shield products, all that stuff that you knew. And they also brought in these proof-like coins, these more specialty coins right here. And as working for a bullion dealer has its privileges, I got to, when the boxes came in, I will admit I did sneak a look at all the certificates of authenticity for particular serial numbers, and I found the one for me. So this is very quickly what this is. This is the Sic Semper Tyrannus coin, the proof version. The proof version, the 1 ounce, there we go. The 1 ounce 6 Semper Tyrannus. It's just a beautiful coin right there. Let's do it on my ugly head there. You want the coin itself. Let's go right about there. That is beautiful. Right there, the 6 Semper Tyrannus coin. Look at that, just beautiful design, and I'll show you the number of it first. I'll show you the number of it in just a second. So that's just a beautiful, beautiful coin. Let's go down lower, trying to get this thing going with the thing and the auto thing and the other thing. There we go. And it's just a beautiful coin. It's a beautiful mirror-like finish, and you can see here silver bullet, silver shield. It's from 2013, I believe it is. That looks like it is. Right there. It's just a beautiful coin, and it says a conscious solution to collectivist problems. Let's see how low we can get. Oh, that's even better, Joe. There we go. A conscious solution to collectivist problems. Listen to all and follow none. And let me just show you that again right there. 6 Semper Tyrannus. Just a beautiful coin. But here's the kicker. This is the number certificate that I got right there. If you check that out, 1776. So that is my prized possession currently in my stack. It will never get sold, ever, 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 unless you offer me a whole bunch of money, which, and then I'd probably say, yeah, nah, not going to do that. So that is my coin of the day. I might do a coin of the day or a collection of the day, something like that. We're rounding up, we're 20 minutes, so I'm going to end this in just a second. Desi, I bet you would have seen some cool buybacks working at so many bullion dealers. I have seen the motherload of buybacks. Obviously, bullion dealers buy back metal from people. I've seen it all. And sometimes I will admit that I have snapped up some of them. We shouldn't say that, but I have snapped, you know, again, working in a bullion dealer has its privileges. I have snapped up some of them before they went to the public. Every now and then, just every now and then, with permission from the, you know, the people that I worked for. And lastly, Desi says, very nice coin, looks so clean. Yeah, mate, it basically hasn't been out of its box. And lastly, would love to see the coin of the day daily. Thank you for sharing. I think I'll do that. I'll do like collection of the day or coin of the day, bar of the day, whatever it is from my own personal stack. And then once this show gets really big, maybe you send in your own stuff or pictures of your own stuff, and then I can show other people's favorite coins and things like that. I think that's a good way to go. So that has been Good Morning Stackers. Thanks, Desi, for watching. Hopefully we'll get some more viewers next time. Do I go back to Facebook? Do I not go back to Facebook? I'm just trying to consolidate it all, but we'll stick with Facebook for the next week, I think, and then we'll see how we go. This has been Good Morning Stackers. I'll put that down there because of the light. Look at that. There we go. Good Morning Stackers. Oh, no, we'll keep it there. All right. Last synchronized slurp. We're 2 minutes over. I don't like to go over, but here we go. You and me, Desi, in the next 2 seconds. 3, 2. That has been Good Morning Stackers. You will see me tomorrow morning at around about this kind of time. Please like, share, and subscribe after this is finished. Desi, your task for today is to share this around, share it on your Facebook page or on any Facebook groups that you think are relevant, anything like that. So that is Good Morning Stackers for April the 23rd, 2024. We will see you tomorrow morning. Stay safe. Oh, hang on. I think there was a bit more. I think there was a bit more people on FBS. So there we go. Thanks for them. Yes, but I've moved it just to YouTube only. So hopefully we'll build it up a bit more. That is it, gang. Stay safe, stay informed, and I will speak to you soon.